of the greyhound racing industry. Filthy animal abusers.
The Italian contingent, I know they're great. They came over last night. They were at Bellevue last night.
Okay, yeah.
It was beautiful to have them there. Very, very moving actually. I could tell some of them were moved actually. I could believe we were all in the darkness there really at the entrance the only entrance that was open.
Oh God, yeah.
And they did. It was just a great atmosphere, great energy having them there. But I noticed, to my horror, I was so moved that one of the young women there, seeing the indifference of some of the people going in. She had tears streaming down her face, tears of the purest emotion running right down her face.
The animals suffer! The animals suffer!
The campaign in Manchester, it's been going for 4 or 5 years now. It must be 5. I don't like to think how long. We knew it was going to be a long, war of attrition really, but one that we could win eventually.
Yeah. I gave some leaflets out in Birmingham
a
few months ago, and you'd be amazed how many just ordinary people said they were against it as I was giving the leaflets.
That's true. I get a great response generally.
Yeah.
It's just a shame you get a certain element that do actually go to the tracks.
Talk about how things are. The reality is so much darker. So don't support it, don't go to it.
But the demo at Bellevue is the best attended weekly animal rights demo in the country. So they say. Yeah, been going for all this time. But it's been thanks to new blood really over the years. Numbers have just been boosted and boosted all the time. It's just so it is amazing. So we have got them rattled, we've got them worried down at Bellevue.
Okay.
We keep a check on numbers and mostly numbers are down. Thanks to our efforts, we believe.
Use of a bolt gun. Is that one of your awards? Yeah. The most hated industry. Is that one of your awards? Highest number of dogs abandoned. Is that one of your awards? Tonight.
extremely proud to attend this event, an event that has only been made possible with the tireless dedication of fellow advocates Rita and Mike. Great Exploitations was inspired by Ronnie Lee, who also campaigned tirelessly. We're indebted to him for inspiring us to campaign. But we're stood here this evening, not just because of Rita, Mike, Ronnie, but more importantly, for 1 million plus other reasons. The 1 million plus greyhounds who have been used, abused, and destroyed at the hands of the gambling industry. It is because of those innocent souls that have been so brutally treated we're all gathered here tonight. While the fat cats inside the Hilton Hotel effectively gorge themselves on dead dogs. When we leave here tonight, inspired by passion, inspired by passion to see justice and continue to fight for their freedom, their right to a decent life from cradle to grave. Some of us may not see dog racing outlawed achieved. It matters not. What is important is to see the continuation of the industry to die a slow and tortuous death, like so many of the greyhounds that have been subjected in this industry to such suffering and cruelty. Draw strength from tonight. Draw strength from our immense belief that justice will be done. And that 1 million plus greyhounds draw strength from tonight from our immense belief that justice will be done. And that 1 million plus greyhounds will not have died in vain. Justice, the truth, and morality will prevail. Thank you.
Hello everyone. You might have noticed there's quite a few Italians here tonight. So you might have wondered what we're doing here and why we've come all the way from Italy and who we are. Well, we all began to love greyhounds when we adopted them, but we didn't know very much about them. And we started to learn about them in our homes, and we started to love them for what they are. They're just lovely life companions. And bit by bit, we began to learn and understand about their real situation. And we understood that for many of them, there are no happy endings like the ones our own greyhounds have known. And we understood that the cause of this is not some cruel fate, but it's a system called the Greyhound racing industry. A system which in Europe comes under the banner of an organisation called the IGB in Ireland and the GB in the UK. We understood that it isn't enough just to adopt, and that in some cases just adopting doesn't really help greyhounds. There are some groups in Europe and in Italy who rehome greyhounds, but who take contributions from the racing industry for their transport. And they never report on what goes on, and they collaborate with the industry. We have understood that adopting is a temporary solution, but it can't be done at the expense of the fight against the root cause of the problem, the industry itself. There will be no peace for greyhounds until the last racetrack has been closed, and this depends on all of us. We Italians live far away, but we want to give all the support we can to those who, like yourselves, are in the front line, through information, pressure on public opinion, material support, and above all by being coherent and not compromising on our principles. We are an independent greyhound rehoming organisation. Our dogs come from independent rescues, like Limerick Animal Welfare in Ireland, and we don't want a single euro from those who exploit greyhounds. So that's why we're here, and also because we believe that there's still not enough people in Europe who know about the real situation of greyhounds. So we hope that this is just the start, because the fight against the greyhound racing industry requires the union of everyone who is truly on the side of greyhounds. So this is why our group exists and why we've come here today, so that one day greyhounds might be allowed to be what they deserve to be, just great friends to share our lives with. Thanks.
Hi everybody. Thank you. Well, it's wonderful to be here tonight with such a brilliant demo. But I think one thing very encouraging we can take from this evening is that the people we're up against are obviously very stupid. Because if they're not stupid, why did they choose to have their annual awards event in Manchester, which is the centre of resistance in this country to the greyhound racing industry? And I think there's probably about 350 people here tonight, which makes this the biggest demonstration ever, certainly in this country, against the greyhound racing industry. And maybe more next year. It's really great to make these people feel uneasy, like we are tonight, and so they should feel uneasy with the blood of thousands, tens of thousands, well, since greyhound racing started in 1926 in this country, probably blood of millions of greyhounds at the hands of these people. It's great to make them feel uncomfortable, that's wonderful. But what's even more important is to educate and encourage ordinary members of the public not to support greyhound racing, not to bet on it, not to attend it. Because it's those ordinary members of the public who, by and large, aren't cruel people, they're just people that don't know the situation. It's those people that keep the greyhound racing industry going. And that's why it's just important as this demo is. What's perhaps even more important is people going outside their local tracks like they do at Bellevue and educating members of the public not to support greyhound racing. And that's happening all over the country. It's happening in Birmingham, it's happening in London, it's happening in Newcastle, wonderful. This is going on all over the country. And over the years, the movement against greyhound racing in this country started about 15 years ago with the formation of an organisation called Greyhound Action, which I was very proud to be involved in.
Thank you, Ron, thank you!
My wife Louise and myself set that up 15 years ago. Now, Shame on the Hilton! Shame on the Hilton! Shame on the Hilton! Shame on the Hilton!
Hey, just finish this off now.
Okay, I'm going to finish off very quickly. Okay. But what's happened over the years is through people educating the public that loads of these dog tracks are closed, and the industry is so much smaller now than it was just a couple of decades ago. And it's a dying industry, and we need to make sure it keeps on dying, And the way we do that is to educate ordinary people not to support greyhound racing. So if everybody here can get involved in that process, that'd be absolutely brilliant. And thank you so much for coming tonight. It's been absolutely marvellous.
We would like to say a big thank you to everyone who has made the effort to be here this evening. And we appreciate that the majority of people have travelled a good distance to pay their respects to the dogs and to let the racing industry know what we think of them. There has been a great decline in the amount of greyhounds being bred to race over the last decades. We believe this is due to constant pressure that has been put onto the industry via campaign groups raising awareness in various ways. Race exploitations have achieved media coverage of several exposures. Exposure to cruelty is the biggest weapon that we can use against the racing industry. It is only when the general public are made aware of cruelty that they decline to attend stadiums, and this is why we must not refrain from speaking out. Those that are aware of abuse cases and that do not expose them are as good as supporting the industry. If you are not part of the solution, you are part of the problem. We understand that there are rare circumstances where exposures of an abuser may jeopardise further dogs' lives. But we must focus on the root of the problem, or we will allow ourselves to be bribed by an industry of lies and cover-ups that will continue to feed the overbreeding, neglect and abuse of greyhounds. Due to the overbreeding of greyhounds, there will never, ever be enough good homes. Where the racing industry exists, dogs will always be unaccountable and abused. Achieved overnight, and decline is most likely to end the cruelty before abolition, while governments continue to rake in the taxes. So let's work together on kicking the industry while it's down. This can be done easily and legally with the correct team efforts. If you would like to be part of a team to work to end the cruelty, then feel free to contribute by joining us. You don't have to devote your whole life to be part of a campaign group. Just offer a few hours per week or a little time here and there. We are always desperate for help, and your help, no matter how small, is essential. Anyone who would like information on how to get involved can speak with us in the bar order on Oxford Road after the demonstration ends. Thank you.
Just want to say a few words. Look around. Wow, you know, it's just created the best ever feeling ever. These dogs have got their voice, and every single one of you should be proud of yourselves. You know, you've travelled so far to be here, and to disgrace these evil, bigoted, fat-fang culos that go in there. You know, I mean, most of you know me, and most of the trainers know me by now, and they certainly don't like me. And they're definitely not going to like me when I'm finished at the end of this year, because I'm going to expose every single one of them. So, we've done our best to make a welcoming committee possible. You are their welcoming committee, you know. Their welcoming committee inside's nowhere near as positive as us. You know, look at us. You know. What's a little glass of bubbly, and maybe, hopefully, some undercooked prawns that they're going to get. All I wish on these lads love the trot in the morning, I tell you that. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much. It really is so emotional, and I've been sharing this 3 months solid. I'm so drained, and just looking around, I've got the most amount of adrenaline, and it's just fantastic. Thank you so much, and hopefully these dogs will go what you deserve.